All right, hello everybody. I know this seems a little weird because you're reading the title, but I'm here with my good friend,
Nikki VMLP.
and today we are going to give our thoughts on WrestleMania 30, which is coming up April 6th, which is a Sunday, and hopefully this video will be out before then. I'm a huge WWE fan. I know, Nick, you're a big fan as well.
Yep.
So it's only natural, we pull together and we decide to talk about what happened recently on the last Monday Night Raw, as well as what's going to happen at WrestleMania.
Right.
So what happened on Raw? There was a match between Randy Orton and Batista. Everything was going out fine.
hmm
It was a no disqualification match. You figure stuff was going to go down.
Yeah. Naturally.
And then Daniel Bryan shows up, completely stops the match by beating up Triple H, beating up Batista, and then beating up Randy Orton. And there he is, like standing tall, which is a pretty interesting image because either this means he's going to win or he's going to lose terribly.
Yeah. Yeah. Although what you just said kind of seems weird. Either he's gonna win or he's gonna lose. But yeah. It doesn't seem like there's gonna be a middle ground in that. But to me, there is no freaking way in hell that Daniel Bryan loses to Triple H at WrestleMania, and that's for three solid reasons. Number one, when was the last time Triple H competed in a match?
I think it was like last WrestleMania or something,
Yeah,
or something like that. Last time he wrestled, he fought Brock Lesnar, and he got his ass kicked.
yeah, and you're asking him to compete in two matches at WrestleMania. That doesn't. That's the Undertaker shtick. That doesn't.
Well, Chris Jericho has been able to do it twice, and I think others have like managed to do it twice.
Yeah, but Triple H is a lot older than Jericho was when he did it, so I,
Mm.
I don't know about that. Number two, Triple H doesn't really have any beef with either Randy Orton or Batista. Like, in fact, I think pretty much the only people who like Batista nowadays are the people in charge.
Yeah.
So, and plus, Randy Orton's sort of still kind of Triple H's guy. So,
No, not from what it seems now. He Triple H got really pissed off at Orton Batista, and he's just like, you know what? I'm sick of you being a kiss ass. I'm sick of you thinking that you're all that hot shit when you're not. He
yeah.
he basically just dumped both of them. He got pissed off at them. That's the reason why he decided to throw himself possibly into the match against Orton and Batista.
All right. Well, I'll finish this off with number three. If Triple H gets into that match, then a main event at WrestleMania will have three heels. That just when the least douchebaggy person in your match is Randy Orton, that's a problem.
Yeah, Randy Orton kind of seems a little screwed at this point because I feel really bad for him. He doesn't really stand a very good chance of walking out with the title. If
Hmm.
somehow he manages to win and walks out with WrestleMania with the title, I think that's going to be a not only a wasted opportunity, but a very, very big surprise to say the least.
Something would have to happen. Like somebody would have to interfere with the match. Somebody would have to show up and surprise, he's on Randy's side to make it work.
Yeah.
So based on all that, Triple H doesn't have a shot unless Triple H's ego just proves to be way too freaking much to handle, and he says, "No, I'm gonna get into this match whether you like it or not."
Yeah, I definitely predict shenanigans in the Bryan Triple H match. It's not going to be a straight one-on-one fall to a finish match. There's going to be interference, there's going to be tricks, there's going to be everything.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And I actually have a theory as to what's gonna happen. I told you about this a couple weeks ago.
Hmm.
I personally don't think that CM Punk is totally gone for good. He's
Oh boy.
uh, hear me out. He's just been showing up in things just often enough to keep us reminded that he is still out there. And he's hmm. let me throw out a scenario for you. Okay, Daniel Bryan is wailing on Triple H. He's got the upper hand. Triple H falls out of the ring. Triple H grabs the microphone and says, "Daniel, I just want to let you know that this match is now no disqualification." Because
Well, he would probably do that, yeah.
yeah, he's in charge. He can do that shit. So he gets out his sledgehammer because whenever Triple H has free reign to do whatever the hell he wants. He usually breaks out the sledgehammer. So
Yeah.
he starts attacking Bryan. All hope looks to be lost. He's got Daniel Bryan in the pedigree, and then all of a sudden, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Suddenly you hear that shit in the background, and the entire arena goes nuts. CM Punk comes running down the aisle. He beats up Triple H. Daniel Bryan pins Triple H. Then
it's still no disqualification.
yeah, and then he goes on to win the championship. Yay! Everybody gets what they want.
Oh wait, this is the WWE. That can't happen. Never mind.
No, no, of course not. No, we can't get what we wanted like a few months ago, but whatever.
Hmm. But yeah, I don't think that CM Punk is gone forever, because if he was, wouldn't some other company hire him at this point? It's been like a month and a half since he walked out. I mean,
Yeah,
TNA or Ring of
I don't
Honor or
think
something?
he would go to TNA or Ring of Honor. I think he's still under contract. I still think he's just taking a break, but that's a whole other video entirely. We got
Yeah,
other matches to discuss too.
right, right.
Uh, one of them is you're right. Okay, I just completely blanked. Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, so you're back from dinner and such. Let's
Sorry
talk
about
about
that.
John Cena and Bray Wyatt.
John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. Okay. I did not expect this match to be happening at first, only because I read that like there were rumors that there was going to be this confrontation of sorts between them.
Hmm.
But now they're really building it up. I know Bray Wyatt's going to get his ass kicked. I know that he's probably going to lose, but this is good exposure for him to go up against the big dog. And the way they've been playing this rivalry out, there's been a lot of great promos, a lot of great mystery, and a lot of interesting moments between the two of them.
Well, hang on just a second. John Cena's not exactly invincible at WrestleMania. Like he has been beaten there before, so it wouldn't be too shocking if Cena were to get beat by Wyatt. And Wyatt seems to have some momentum on his side. Like they beat didn't they beat the Shield at Elimination Chamber? Or am I getting that wrong?
No, they did not.
Oh, okay, they did not. All right, well
He
then.
wasn't pinned in that match either. The last time that Cena lost WrestleMania was when he fought The Miz, and that was only because The Rock screwed Cena out of it. And the only other time before then was in the triple threat match with Triple H and Orton.
I could
So,
have swore that The Rock beat him once.
and The Rock, yeah, and The Rock beat him. So,
Okay, but yeah.
I
Uh,
don't know about this match.
I think it'll probably end up being a well fought match, because like both Cena and Bray are at least good wrestlers. So, and in every other match in this, there could be at least one person that kind of phones it in, shall I say. Like, I could see The Undertaker not being that great in his match against Lesnar, or Batista not being that great in the triple threat match, or Triple H being not great against Daniel Bryan. But I think both of these guys can at least wrestle well, so it's going to be a good
yeah,
match.
I can sense shenanigans as well in this one. I predict that Rowan and Harper are going to be there at ringside. They're going to do something. They're probably going to get kicked out, and then either Cena wins cleanly or Wyatt is going to cheat and win.
I could see Wyatt getting some help from Rowan or Harper and getting the win by shenanigan means.
Shenanigans.
Shit.
But I officially predict Cena for this one because I don't think they'll have Cena lose again at WrestleMania, especially to Bray Wyatt. Unless they really, really, really want to push Bray Wyatt to get like a title shot. I don't know.
I wouldn't put it past him. He seems like he's gonna he along with Dean Ambrose and Cody Rhodes seems like they're gonna be the next new champions. That's I'm just predicting.
Yeah, speaking of Dean Ambrose, the Shield is on the card again, and they're going up against Kane and the New Age Outlaws.
I am predicting a massacre on part of the Shield. They are going to kick that ass.
I think so too. They won at last year's WrestleMania, so who's to say they're not going to win here? Unless Kane and the New Age Outlaws have something planned. I think Kane can afford a loss because he's gotten to the point where win or loss, he still puts on a good match.
Yeah, but at this point in his career, he's not wrestling that great. Like he's kind of slowed down. Like he wasn't exactly like Sin Cara to begin with, but
Yeah.
he's kind of just he's not as nimble as he once was. So
Considering he's getting older and stuff and he's been taking like daily breaks. That's why I think the Shield is going to win. I think the Shield need this victory because then later on they're going to split up. I know that's inevitable. They're going to split up.
yeah,
So I think the Shield needs like one last WrestleMania win as a team,
yeah. And
and then they split up,
if somehow Kane and the New Age Outlaws do win that match, then at WrestleMania the Shield breaks. I'm calling it right there.
which would be an interesting place because they won it last year and they were standing tall. And then if they break up here, it would be interesting.
Yeah, but I'm still predicting Shield win big time.
Yeah, I'm predicting the Shield as well.
Yeah.
What else do we got?
How
What
about
is?
how about the 30-man battle royal?
Yeah, you mean the excuse to get the rest of the mid card on because they don't know what to do with them?
Yeah, basically. Although this year this match actually has some people that aren't total shit. There's Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus, Christian, Cody Rhodes, uh The
Big
Miz,
Show.
Big Show. Well, the Big Show, Mark Henry, Great Khali, they're always in these kinds of battle royale matches, and they always inevitably get thrown out either by one other big strong dude or by like six other small dudes.
Yeah,
So, and also there's still three participants that have not been announced yet for this match.
I'm predicting one of them could be like CM Punk, and then everybody would lose their shit. uh,
I don't know about CM Punk for that because this is borderline pre-show match. Like I know that they have the tag team match or the four-way tag team match for the actual pre-show, but this could be also pre-show. But
hmm,
yeah, I'm noticing on here my guy's not in WrestleMania. Rob
who?
Rob Van Dam.
I think he will be. It would be interesting if they bring him into it. I think there's room for him to bring him in.
Yeah, there's still three more people, and for crap's sake, Brad Maddox is in this match. Like,
See, this is a really tough one. This is like predicting the Royal Rumble. I honestly don't know who my favorites are other than either. I'm trying to think of the people who would benefit the most from winning this.
well, first
Big
off,
Show probably would because then it would be like, oh, well, Big Show's just like Andre the Giant. It's perfect.
yeah, that is true because when I remember like way back when he first came out, he was billed as like the son of Andre. So
Yeah. So it would be an interesting full circle sort of thing. I could see them choosing Sin Cara
really,
only because of how much they hyped him out in the Scooby Doo WWE movie.
here's your sources, ladies and gentlemen. This
I've seen that movie, by the way, and I don't like it. I just can't. They built Sin Cara into like a super god. They made him beat Cena at one point.
what?
I would think it would be interesting if they pick Sin Cara because it's for the kiddies and stuff, and everybody's just like, "Oh yeah, Sin Cara, he totally sucked before, but now all of a sudden he's the greatest thing. He's winning matches, he's squashing people, he's gonna win everything." But I don't think they're gonna go with that,
I think Santino has a better shot at winning this thing than Sin Cara.
which is ironic because Santino won a battle royal before, and that
Yeah,
was something.
yeah. These things are so like crazy random. Like fucking 2 years ago, Yoshi Tatsu beat Zack Ryder to win this thing. Like there's no
Yoshi who?
Yoshi
Whatever.
freaking Tatsu.
Yoshi who is what I say.
Yoshi the freaking dinosaur. That guy.
Oh my god, Yoshi wanted something.
But
But
if I had to pick,
I predict the five people that I think should win this, who deserve to win
Mhm.
this: Big Show, Rey Mysterio, Biggie, Sheamus, or Mark Henry. I think it's gonna be either one of those five.
I personally am gonna go with Sheamus because out of all of the people that are in the match right now, the ones with the biggest rivalry going on is Sheamus and Christian. Like they had their big Extreme Rules match a couple weeks ago.
Mm.
So I think
I
that
don't think they'll use that as an excuse to
I, I think
just.
I think that they could end up being the last two people in this match, and they end up going at it, and then
Well,
Sheamus
then, if that was the case, why not just put them in a singles match at WrestleMania?
because they because that would be like the fifth or sixth best match, and they still needed to find some way to get everybody else in there. So
That's true.
yeah, that's why Cody Rhodes and Goldust aren't competing in any matches because they didn't want those guys to get overshadowed.
And thus, we got Los Matadors in a fucking WWE Tag Team Championship match that they didn't even earn anything for. Which, by
Yeah.
the way, for that match, Usos. I'm just saying, Usos. That's all I care about.
I'm gonna go with Ryback. I think they might win that, and I'm also going to predict that next Monday on Raw, Real Americans break up.
Well, it's about damn time.
Yeah.
And then
Either that or they break up at on the pre-show, which would just show how much we care about the Real Americans. Like, fuck, oh, they broke up. Oh, fuck, I don't know.
I don't care either. No. Speaking of battle royals, the Vicky Guerrero Divas Championship Invitational.
We're really doing this, aren't we?
We're really doing this. We're
Fuck.
really doing this because here I can literally imagine what the writers are like. Okay, so
Go
how are we going
ahead.
to get all the mid card people in there? Battle royal. Okay. We don't have a Divas match. What are we going to do about that battle royal?
Actually, this one's not a battle
Okay.
royal. It's a single fall match. First pin wins.
Yeah, I know that, but it's like you just grouped all of them together. And I look at this and I look at the names and I'm just like, is this all the Divas roster? Is this it? Like, let's pick out the ones that actually are good wrestlers.
This is why they took away the women's championship because they can't have two freaking women's champions. Like,
That's just it's painful because we don't have Melina, we don't have Beth Phoenix, we don't have Mickey. Well, Mickey James is over in TNA. We don't have
miss you, Mickey.
Maurice. What?
I said, miss you, Mickey.
We don't have Maurice. We don't have Trish. We don't have Lita. We don't have Victoria. We don't have. I can't believe I'm saying this. Karma.
What
All
happened
the
to
good.
her? Like she was supposed to be the next big thing in the Divas department, and then she just
And
disappeared.
the only good ones left now are AJ, Naomi, maybe Layla, and Tamina, and that's
I
four. I can literally count the good divas left on one hand.
they and they might give it to one of the Bellas because of that reality show. I could easily see them pulling that.
I can picture that AJ is going to lose this. I just know it because Total Divas, they're going to build that up so much. I predict it's either going to be Natalia or one of the other Total Divas. Fuck, I'll just say one of the Total Divas that's on Total Divas. That makes it easier for me. That way, if nobody on Total Divas wins, which is like one, two, three, four,
This is the state of the
five.
Divas vision, ladies and gentlemen.
About five other people are not on Total Divas, so
The only way, although I could see AJ winning just to spite Vicky Guerrero because they know that we love seeing her in pain. But other than that, yeah, probably one of the Divas.
I'm just going to predict that AJ loses.
All right, what haven't we talked about yet?
Undertaker versus Lesnar.
This is a weird one. This seems like the kind of match you would make on like the WWE video game or something. Like it just seems kind of like it's an odd pairing.
Well, it's not like it hasn't happened before.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
I remember most of the Undertaker Lesnar matches, and I remember that Taker's never beaten Lesnar.
Hmm. Until tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Sunday.
My pick almost every time in the past, especially when Taker was fighting Triple H and Shawn Michaels, I always picked against Undertaker. This year, though, I'm picking Undertaker because, for one, I don't want to see Lesnar break it. If the streak was to be broken, it should have been broken at the Hell in a Cell match. It should have ended there.
Hmm.
That's where I think it should have ended. Okay, CM Punk got his chance, yay. But
Yeah.
Lesnar, well, first off, Taker is too old for this shit, especially against Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Lesnar did the F5 to Taker on Raw, I cringed because I'm just like, oh god, please don't let that screw up his hip.
He's gonna. I'm surprised that did not break him in half.
Yeah, it's
As
just
God is my witness, he is broken in half.
then just before WrestleMania. Oh, Taker, I can't do this. I can't. My hip is broken, and thus the match is called off. And then the Taker's just hobbling away. He's just like, the streak lives. The streak lives.
I didn't hear a bell.
Oh, but yeah, like I said, he's too old for this shit. But that doesn't mean that this is going to be a bad match. I think Taker is going to have a challenging time going up against Lesnar.
Well,
This
when you
is
have
just it's a singles match too. There's no disqualifications. It's just a straight up
yeah,
regular match.
yeah, like well, when you have 12 months to rest up for this stuff, you should be at least in some shape, even if you are like 50 years old.
Yeah, 56 or something. I don't remember.
He's bordering on Ric Flair age at this point.
Yeah, but he's still kicking
Yeah,
apparently.
apparently he's still got it in him.
Yeah,
He's got another two WrestleManias in him. I don't see him making it to 35.
no, I don't see it either. I just want him to retire with the streak intact. That way it can't be tarnished. That way it can't be ruined. So
They're gonna
Taker all the way.
they are they're gonna fuck it up at some point. It's just not gonna be this year.
In before next year, Taker goes up against Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan breaks the streak, and everybody loses their shit.
I don't know if everybody. That's the thing. Daniel Bryan might be the one wrestler where that could beat Undertaker, and people would be like, "Okay, go, you're fine." Like if Cena were to do it, people would riot. If Orton were to
Yeah.
do it, people would riot.
Well,
If
Orton
Triple
had his
H,
chance.
yeah, he did. But you know what I'm saying. I don't think there's another wrestler on the roster who could do it that um, other than Daniel Bryan. Oh, that reminds me, Chris Jericho's not anywhere on this card either. Is he injured or something? Or
No, Chris Jericho's off with Fozzy.
oh, he is. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's off touring and stuff. He'll probably be back sometime. I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe that's for the best because he decided to sit out this WrestleMania.
Ah,
And I don't want to see I don't want to see a Chris Jericho jobs to such and such up and coming person to make up and coming person look good. That was what happened with Fandango, and look where Fandango is now.
he is in the Andre the Giant match.
He was supposed to be Intercontinental Champion, but got a concussion, and then everything went down the drain.
Yeah.
And they gave that championship to Curtis Axel. And guess what happened with Axel?
Is not
Just,
great.
that match has just caused so many ripples. So maybe it's for the best that he sits out this year.
Yeah, I guess. All right, there's one more match on the card.
The big one.
Orton, Batista, and apparently, according to us, Bryan.
Or to be determined.
It's gonna be Bryan.
I can see many sorry, excuse me, Jesus.
Get your thoughts together.
I can see multiple ways that this can go around. I can see this being a triple threat. I can even see this being a fatal four-way because Triple H will be a dick like that.
He has known to be a dick.
I can definitely see Daniel Bryan winning at this and having like a Rey Mysterio WrestleMania 22 moment. I can't see Batista winning this match.
No.
I don't see him winning.
New Orleans would burn to the ground if Batista won.
I also don't see him being the one that gets pinned. Because why would they bring him back only for him to get pinned at WrestleMania? I think he's going to be there for star power, but he's not going to be the one that gets pinned. He's going to come back for vengeance later on, I bet. Because he's still got like plenty of time. I think his contract's still going on to like SummerSlam, so he's got plenty of time in between then, a full-time wrestler to do stuff. So that just leaves Daniel Bryan pinning Randy Orton. I think that's
or the other way around.
Yeah, if if Randy Orton wins, or if Batista wins, he would be ending up pinning Daniel Bryan, which would piss everybody off.
And it would make everybody watch Raw the next night, so they would win there.
Exactly.
Ooh.
The Raw after WrestleMania, I think, is like the big one because then it sets up like everything else.
Yeah, it's what sets up everything, basically up until SummerSlam.
I think I'm gonna go with the obvious choice, and I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan because there is no better moment to cap off the story. He's been losing since SummerSlam. From a story standpoint, he has to win here. It only makes sense for him to win in the main event to become World WWE World Heavyweight Champion. It only fits here.
The only way that I could see it not working is if they were to just take this storyline and just make it last forever, like what they did years ago with Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes.
Mm,
Like just make it the Authority, specifically Triple H versus Daniel Bryan until one of them croaks,
mm.
basically.
I could see what they've been doing lately is kind of dangling something in our face, and we've been trying to get at it, and it's only pissing us off more. I think
Hmm.
there's a limit to where we're just like, okay, can we fucking stop? So the only other thing that I can think of is if Daniel Bryan doesn't win here, next Monday night on Raw, he wins it. That would be interesting as well because
How would
nobody would
he
see that coming.
how would he get that match though? Like it seemed like Triple H was already fed up enough with him to begin with. Do you think he'd give him another shot? Unless it would be like a loser leaves town match or something, like losing you're out.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know, but my pick is going to be Daniel Bryan.
I don't know. I have no idea who's going to win this one. I've been trying to figure out who's going to win this one for weeks, and I haven't come to a solid conclusion. I think I'm going to say Randy Orton wins because, like,
Ooh.
yeah, I know because, like, basic. I just don't know with this match. There's um, there's like 15 different ways it could go, and I don't know
That's
where.
good though because we haven't had a WrestleMania like this in ages.
Yeah, I'll
We
give him
haven't
credit for
had
that.
like a decision like this close because this is unpredictable. I
Yeah.
give them credit for this. We really don't know what's going to happen. We want a certain thing to happen, but anything can happen. And I think we haven't had a WrestleMania like that in ages.
Hmm. Yeah. That it's it's a good thing they finally did like this, because honestly, WrestleMania's up until this one have been kind of just like by the numbers. Like, okay, Cena's gonna win this one, and
Yes,
then
Cena's going to win this. Cena's going to win the title here. Cena. But this one is different. Cena's on the mid card. So we're just like, yay, finally.
yeah. I like where it's going this season. So hopefully they don't screw it up, because it wouldn't put it past them if that were to happen.
Yeah, with the way WWE has been known to just take the rug out from under us figuratively. Yeah, so my official picks, they'll probably show up on the screen here, like a little side by side thing. My official picks, Daniel Bryan wins the championship somehow. He also beats Triple H. So Daniel
Right.
Bryan wins the championship and he beats Triple H. Taker defeats Lesnar. Cena defeats Wyatt. I don't know about the Memorial Battle Royal. I just listed my favorites, so I don't know. The AJ loses the Divas Invitational, and the Shield wins against the Outlaws
And the Usos win the pre-show match.
and the Usos. Yes.
All right, I got Randy Orton winning the heavyweight title match, Daniel Bryan beating Triple H, Undertaker over Lesnar, uh, Wyatt over Cena, Sheamus in the Battle Royal. I'm gonna go with Brie Bella in the Invitational, but it could be either of the Bellas.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna go with Naomi as my pick for the
yeah,
Divas Championship Invitational.
yeah. The Shield over Kane and the New Age Outlaws, and Ryback to win the tag team titles.
Okay, so we got our predictions here. Sorry if this video was long. Join us after WrestleMania where we'll have our little aftermath discussion and we'll see which one of us got WrestleMania right.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Don't die.
What?